Next topic, environmental issues, local, regional and global. Environmental issues, local, regional and global perspectives. Environmental issues encompass a wide range of concerns that affect the planet and its inhabitants. These issues can be understood at different scales, including local, regional and global levels. Local environmental issues, air quality. In urban areas, industrial emissions and vehicular pollution often lead to poor air quality, impacting human health. Water pollution. Local water bodies can be contaminated by industrial discharge, sewage, and agricultural runoff, affecting aquatic life and human consumption. Then, land degradation. Unsustainable land use practices like deforestation and soil erosion can lead to the degradation of local ecosystems. Then, noise pollution. Excess noise from transportation, industries, and construction can harm human health and disrupt local communities. Then, habitat loss. Urbanization and infrastructure development result in habitat loss affecting local biodiversity. Then, rational environmental issues. Deforestation. Widespread deforestation impacts entire regions, leading to biodiversity loss and changes in local climate. Then, water scarcity. Regions with limited freshwater sources face water scarcity due to overuse and pollution. Then desertification. Semi-arid regions experience soil degradation and desertification, primarily due to the unsustainable land use. Then air pollution. Emissions from industries and transportation can lead to regional air pollution, causing health problems. Biodiversity loss. The loss of biodiversity threatens ecosystems and affects the livelihoods of communities. Then global environmental issues, climate change. Greenhouse gas emissions from global sources contribute to climate change, leading to rising temperature and sea level rise. Then ozone depletion. Global ozone layer depletion due to the release of chlorofluorocarbons poses a threat to human health and environment. Biodiversity loss. Global biodiversity is declining due to habitat loss, invasive species, and overexploitation. Then marine pollution. Marine pollution affects oceans and seas worldwide due to plastic waste and pollutants from shipping and industrial activities. Global water scarcity. Water scarcity is a growing concern impacting regions across the world due to overuse and pollution. Interconnectedness. Local, regional, and global environment issues are interconnected. For example, local pollution contributes to global and regional environmental problems. Then understanding environmental issues at different scales is essential. Then air pollution. Air pollution causes. Introduction. Air pollution is a global environmental challenge that has significant consequences for human health, ecosystems, and the environment. Understanding the causes, effects, and mitigation measures of air pollution is critical. Causes of air pollution. Industrial emissions. The release of pollutants from factories and industrial processes, including particulate matter and harmful chemicals. Vehicular emissions. Emissions from vehicles, especially in urban areas, are a major source of air pollution, including carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides. Agricultural practice. The use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides in agriculture can release ammonia and other compounds into the air. Then biomass burning. Burning of biomass like crop residues and wood release particulate matter and pollutants into the atmosphere. Then deforestation. The clearing of forests not only reduces carbon sinks but also release particulate matter. Types of air pollutants. Particulate matter. Tiny solid and liquid particles suspended in air, classified into PM 2.5 fine particles and PM 10 coarse particles. Then ground level ozone. The secondary pollutant formed from chemical reactions between oxides of nitrogen and volatile organic compounds, VOCs. Nitrogen oxides. Gas like nitrogen dioxide and nitric oxide produced from combustion process. Sulfur dioxide, SO2, a gas released from burning fossil fuels containing sulfur, which leads to acid rain. Carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless gas produced by incomplete combustion of carbon containing fuels. And volatile organic compounds. Organic compounds that can evaporate into the air and contribute to the formation of ground level ozone. Effects of air pollution. Human health impacts. Air pollution is linked to respiratory diseases, cardiovascular diseases, and even premature death, particularly in vulnerable populations. Then environmental consequences. It harms ecosystems, including damage to forests, water bodies, and aquatic life. Climate change. Air pollution contributes to global warming by increasing greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Then economic costs. Costs related to healthcare, lost productivity, and environmental damage run into billions of dollars. Then mitigation and control, regulations and standards. Stagnant air quality standards and regulations are enforced globally to limit emissions. Technological solutions, advances in technologies, just cleaner fuels and emission control devices help reduce emissions. Public awareness, educating the public about health risks of air pollution encourage behavior change. Then transition to renewable energy, reducing reliance on fossil fuels by transitioning to renewable energy sources can reduce emissions. Then deforestation and afforestation, planting trees help absorb carbon dioxide and mitigate the effects of air pollution. Understanding air pollution is very important. Then water pollution. Water pollution is a pervasive environmental issue that poses significant threats to human health, ecosystems, and the environment. Understanding the causes are very important. Causes of water pollution: industrial discharges. Effluents from industrial processes contain various contaminants, including heavy metals, chemicals, and organic pollutants. Municipal sewage. Untreated or partly treated freshwater from urban areas can introduce pathogens, nutrients, and chemicals into water bodies. Then agricultural runoff. Excess use of fertilizers and pesticides in agriculture results in nutrient runoff and chemical contamination of water sources. Land use change. Urbanization and deforestation disrupt natural water filtration and increase runoff of pollutants. Hazardous waste dumping. Illegal dumping of hazardous waste into water bodies lead to contamination. Types of water pollutants. Pathogens, bacteria, viruses, and parasites in contaminated water can cause disease in humans and wildlife. Nutrients. Excess nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus can cause eutrophication, leading to oxygen depletion and harm to aquatic life. Chemical contaminants. Pollutants like heavy metals, pesticides, and industrial chemicals can persist in the environment and accumulate in living organisms. Sediments. Soil erosion due to land use changes can increase sedimentation in water bodies, impacting water quality and aquatic ecosystems. Thermal pollution. Discharge of heated water from industrial processes can alter temperature regimes and aquatic ecosystems. Effects of water pollution. Human health impacts. Waterborne diseases like cholera or dysentery result from contaminated drinking water. Ecological consequences. Water pollution harm aquatic life, disrupts food chains, and degrades habitats. Economic cost toll include healthcare cost, damage to fisheries, and water treatment expenses. Then mitigation and control. Water treatment. Advanced water treatment processes can remove contaminants and pathogens from drinking water. Regulations and standards. Stagnant water quality standards and regulations are in place globally to limit pollution. Then pollution prevention. Source reduction, sustainable agricultural practices, and responsible waste disposal can minimize pollution. Then monitoring and research. Continuous monitoring and research help assess and address emerging pollutants. Restoring degraded ecosystems such as wetlands and riparian zones can improve water quality. Significance. Understanding water pollution is crucial. Then soil pollution. Soil pollution is a pressing environmental issue with significant consequences for agriculture, ecosystems, and human health. Understanding the causes, effects, and mitigation strategies of soil erosion or soil pollution is essential. Agricultural practices. The use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides in agriculture can lead to soil contamination with residues and chemicals. Industrial discharges. The release of heavy metals, toxic chemicals, and pollutants from industrial activities contaminate soil. Then mining activities. Mining operations result in the disruption of soil structure and can release harmful substances into the ground. Then improper waste disposal. The improper disposal of solid waste and hazardous materials can lead to soil contamination. Landfills. Landfills can create toxic liquid that contaminate the surrounding soil. Types of soil pollutants. Heavy metals. Contaminants like lead, cadmium, and mercury can persist in the soil and harm both ecosystems and human health. Then organic pollutants. Chemicals like pesticides, solvents, and industrial byproducts can contaminate the soil and affect soil microorganisms. The nutritional imbalance. Excess nutrients, primarily nitrogen and phosphorus, can disrupt soil ecosystems and contribute to water pollution. Soil acidity. Soil pollution can lead to increased soil acidity, which hampers plant growth and soil health. Radioactive contaminants. Radioactive elements released from nuclear accidents or waste disposal sites can pollute the soil. Effects of soil pollution. Reduced agricultural productivity. Soil pollution can lead to reduced crop yields and degraded soil quality, impacting food production. Ecosystem disruption. Soil pollution affects soil dwelling organisms and can disrupt entire terrestrial ecosystem. Groundwater contamination. Pollutants in the soil can leach into groundwater affecting drinking water quality. Then health risks will be there, which we will be learning with the help of next video. Thank you.